In popular travel destinations like Key West and New Orleans, people can buy a drink from a bar and take it into another business legally. But areas like that aren't allowed here in Virginia, or at least not yet. Our Jake Burns shows us how a new effort by state lawmakers could change that.
We'll fill your glass no matter how you pronounce it.
Curious about beer names or which ones work great during pending ice storms?
Rye stout, it's 10%, keep you warm in the cold weather.
Joe Sullivan says Ardent in Scott's Addition is your spot. As a brewery owner, he's personally curious to see what comes of a bill just passed by the General Assembly that would allow outdoor refreshment areas.
But I think as time's gone by, we've realized people have an appetite for this now. We all like being outside.
Henrico Senator Siobhan Donovan sponsored the bill. It would allow cities and counties to designate districts where people could purchase alcohol at one store and take it with them to drink while walking or shopping at other places within that same area.
And they would be able to set up these licenses in areas where maybe there's a coalition of a bunch of different restaurants and bars and just a really thriving area, but they would be able to use the outdoor space in that area in between all of those small businesses.
The idea was born out of COVID-related ABC changes, and Donovan says places like Willow Lawn or Scott's Addition would be candidates. Cities and counties would be required to establish regulations within the outdoor refreshment area.
That's why it's great that it's an ordinance process, because ordinance processes require interaction and public comment.
Back at Ardent, Sullivan says the idea sounds great for smaller towns trying to reignite tourism, but he has reservations about how it would play out in urban settings like Scott's Addition.
You know, our business model is about creating an experience here in our own tap room and a connection with the brewery and the beer that we make here. So, you know, just selling beer to go so people can ramble around the neighborhood doesn't necessarily help our bottom line.
Concerns over liability, sanitation, and public safety would have to lead the conversation, Sullivan says.
There might be a way in some areas that to do it in which everyone benefits and the city is happy, the residents are happy. It really depends on that open conversation and what ultimately the final rules are.
The bill has now cleared both the House of Delegates and the state Senate and heads to the governor's office for review. Working for you in Scott's Addition, Jake Burns, CBS 6 News.